Welcome back to another episode of the Craftavore Tastes. Today we are digging into a collaboration beer from two relatively new breweries in the New York City area. Interboro Spirits and Ales and KCBC, both who opened up actually in 2016. This is their Bodega Cat. So was really excited to try this one. I kind of really like the recipe. Bodega Cat is just a simple American stout coming in at 5.8% ABV, so super manageable and super drinkable. It is brewed with Maris Otter, chocolate, brown, crystal, and black malts, flaked barley and oats, Warrior, and Idaho 7 hops. So, super excited for this beer for a couple of reasons. One, hoping that flaked oats and flaked barley and oats is going to lend itself to kind of a nicely, silky kind of mouthfeel, which I'm looking forward to. And then I recently had a beer from 6 Point last month when I went down to their can release that was strictly just an Idaho 7 single hop IPA, and it blew my mind. So interested to see how that kind of hop plays a little bit in a stout. So let's go ahead and go through the drill. Obviously, we're going to take a look at the appearance. Then we're going to get the aroma, the taste, rate it. So let's get started. All right. So let's pop a top on this guy. Like I mentioned, it's a collab beer. Both breweries opened up in 2016, so I'm just going to pour this into a glass. Super nice. All right, get this guy over here. Let's go ahead and just get that up straight into the camera so you can take a look. So beer obviously comes in a completely jet black. Looks really awesome. You got yourself about maybe about 3/4 to a finger of just kind of like nice mocha colored head. It looks really gorgeous in a glass. Let's go ahead and dive our nose into it and get an aroma. Ooh, so really kind of big chocolate roasted malt notes forward. Obviously, like any traditional kind of stout. So I'm actually a little bit surprised that it's not brewed with lactose, because I'm getting just kind of like a nice little kind of milkiness to it, which is kind of cool. You get a little bit of hop presence going on there as well. Just, outside of that one beer that I had with from 6 Point that had Idaho 7, I'm not that super familiar with the aromatics of that hop. So, I can kind of get just like a little bit of kind of bitterness going on. A little bit of coffee as well. Yeah, it smells really good. I mean, for a 5.8% kind of simple kind of American stout, it's very complex in its nose. Yeah, it smells really awesome. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Cheers. Wow. So it follows through. Okay, so there goes that Warrior. Wow. Big taste of coffee. You get kind of like a big kind of punch of bitterness coming up front. Yeah, so that's one of the most kind of hop forward, just traditional American stouts that I think I've had in a really long time, if not ever. Getting a tremendous amount of kind of hop bitterness that's lingering around a little bit. Dries out the palate really kind of quickly. I was drinking water earlier before that I did this, but I have to admit I am getting kind of a little bit of like chalkiness in my palate. It just could be, it could be what I had a little bit, when I ate dinner a little bit earlier. I'm certainly not going to chalk that up to the beer whatsoever, but you get an aggressive punch of straight kind of hop bitterness out of this beer. You get that coffee, those roasted malts a little bit in the back end, but to be honest, the taste is a really kind of explosive hop bitterness that I traditionally kind of am not used to in just regular kind of American stout. Go in for another sip. That's good. So on the second sip, it's a little less aggressive. I guess maybe my palate's getting a little bit kind of used to that super hop forwardness. It's lending itself a little bit more towards that roasted ness, that coffee, a little bit of chocolate there, even a little bit of kind of toffee in some areas. Again, the hop bitterness is kind of lingering around, so even on that second sip, it is there, and it's pretty prominent. Let's go ahead and rate this, man. Like, this is kind of super unique for me. It's a 5.8% American stout. It should be rather simple. but it's not. Like, it's super, super complex. If you're not a fan of kind of hop forward stouts, this may not necessarily be the beer for you. I dig it just because I find it to be a little bit different. In terms of the mouthfeel, I was thinking I was going to get a little bit more kind of chewy silkiness out of those flaked barley and oats. I'm not. There is a slight kind of increase in mouthfeel in terms of slight bit of creaminess, but a little bit less than what I was thinking. Overall, I'm going to give this beer a 4 caps, man. This is unique. It's super kind of different, at least for me, in my tastes. So 4 caps from the Craftavore Tastes, and I hope you join me again for another episode where I drink, I review, I rate, and then I repeat. Cheers.